But of course, Robert Downey Jr. started off amazingly as a Saturday Night Live cast member. Ironically, probably the worst ever. But recently, Saturday Night Live hired a young guy called Shane Gillis, who then
Yes.
fired him because 20 years ago he said the naughty, naughty word. What was your take on that reaction, and also to the fact that uh, they fired him in the same week they were promoting Eddie Murphy's return to Saturday Night Live?
Well, that's just, you know what I mean. The whole thing about, look, everybody said something. You know what I mean. I've had people that are cast members now doing my podcast in my house and they did their own on my station that said a lot worse than that. But you know what I mean. It's who they want to pick. They want to when they can pick somebody. And then it gets it's like promotion, you know what I mean? And then all the losers that watch that fucking show are like, oh, this is good. We're keeping it, it's nice and that stuff. And, he's a bad person, but you don't know the person. You have to be able to meet the person, let him go in there, explain himself. And then, you talk about it afterwards. And then you could say, hey, I won't say it anymore. Sorry, I said, that's what I would say. Sorry, I said, let's move on. Let me do some characters, you fucking unfunny pricks, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. I didn't mean to say. I was actually trying to make fun of Koreans.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But since they all look the same, I fucked up. Yeah, but
uh,
like you're saying like Eddie Murphy coming back, like all that stuff. Eddie Murphy's ashamed of his past. Everybody's ashamed of their past because they want to fit in. You know what I mean? Nobody forgot you fucking picked up a tranny. Calm the fuck down. It's like oh, you look at your first special and you're like, oh, I can't believe I was doing that. Well, then give all the money back. That's what I say to all these people that complain about their past. Give the money back if you feel so bad. Give it to the fucking AIDS babies in Africa.
it's all coming around. But of course, we mentioned there Eddie Murphy returning to stand up, and Netflix are paying him the pathetic amount of money of a tiny, useless $70 million for one set. Uh, what's your take on that? And do you think that his comeback's actually going to ruin everything? Because for me personally, I don't think there's a stand up set possible that's going to make the hype.
No, it's definitely not going to be, what people expect. Like the soft people will love it, but any real comedy fan or comedian is going to say it's not good. You just can't. Especially the way he says he is now. Let's see how fucking funny he is. You know what I mean? Talking about having kids for fucking an hour, you prick.
Yeah. Say, hey man, you think you got it tough? The other day I got a $5 million royalty check.
Yeah. Yeah. The other day I was cutting my lawn and almost cut my foot off. No, it doesn't work. Okay. So it's just, look, if people want to throw money around and that shit, there's so many funny people out there that probably none, a lot of us don't know. And like, I know people that, were hilarious that were the funniest that never got anywhere. It's just the way it is. It's like it's such a kiss ass fucking scumbag business that people, they prey on people's dreams, and it sucks.
Hey, do you ever get when you're in your new mansion with your 35-year-old girlfriend and you leave her for a hotter 22-year-old? And
you
then
know,
you
the
end up
other,
fucking them both?
yeah, the other day I was fucking my maid, and we're like, "What's a maid? You fuck? Is that a wife?"
It's like, hey, do you ever get when you get off with $40 million from Beverly Hills Cop 4?
Somebody was putting an extension on my house the other day, and I didn't even know I called them.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
Do you ever get when your pilot drops you off at your own castle?
Yeah, I know. I know. You know what? I went in to buy a new plane the other day, and the guy was hassling me. It was like a pressure sale. I mean, come on, man. It's like, go ahead, talk about you. Comedy's supposed to be about you, and if you talk about you, no one's gonna fucking know what the fuck he's talking about. And look, Saturday Night Live turned into something that it's not funny. So what they do is they bring in like that Baldwin guy. They bring in all those people all the time, to be guests on it, like to do little skits and that shit because there's nothing funny on it. So they have to hire out to make the regular cast look funny, but it's impossible. I mean, I watched that show, and it's like as soon as you watch it, you like just want to go to the fucking pill cabinet. It's terrible. It's just not funny. I'd rather watch my mom getting raped by a basketball team. That would be less cringeworthy.
At least there'd probably be less rappers there than at Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I mean, and you could see the applause sign, like they clap at it's like something ends, and it just ends for no reason, and there's no laughs, and all of a sudden they're like, yeah, like it's the greatest thing they ever fucking seen. I would like to see a fucking truck full of gasoline drive into there and blow up the studios, and that fucking mess, Lorne Michaels is just fucking God. You're such a sellout, you fucking phony.
Oh yeah.